Yes, many problems occur in the world today because of people not imagining or rather taking the right position, the right steps in life. There was this blind girl who hated herself just because she was blind. And my friend, she hated everyone except her loving boyfriend. And he was all because the boyfriend was always there for her when everybody seemed to run away from her. So that means everything was so ugly for her life. No, the boyfriend loved her so much, and she said at some point she could only see if she could only see the world, if she could only happen to get sight and see again, this is the only boyfriend she could marry. So one day, for the love of the girl, the boyfriend donated his eyes. You can imagine this, and it is not very easy for people to do that. So the boyfriend donated eyes to this girlfriend of hers, of him, and what happened the next is that the life continued, and she thought things were okay, and then at some point the boyfriend who was once seeing, the sight was okay. Now he's blind because he donated his eyes to this girl. So the girl, since she was blind, she never knew what happened to her. So she just thought things were okay. And then what happened again, the boyfriend again told her, now my girlfriend, now that you can see the world as you had promised earlier, now that you are able to see, now that your sight is here with you, will you still marry me? Will you still come for me? Will you live with me? Are you going to house me? Are you going to stomach me? Are you going to be, this person you have been yearning to see and again you actually promised? And in essence, there was a promise that this girl said if she could just see the world, the best she could do was to marry this guy. So one evening, this guy was walking around, with that mobility stick, and walking around. Then he met this girl and asked her, "Why? Hello, will you still marry me now that you're seeing the world?" So this lady, this girl, thought and thought again and said, "No, I can't marry a blind person. I can't marry you. I can't marry you because you're blind." So she forgot that she was once blind. And then this boy went ahead and told her, since I donated my eyes to you so that you could marry me, now you've decided not to. I've left, and the boy went, and unfortunately he had killed himself. And anyway, that story ends there. We shall continue in our next episode. This is how human brain changes. Yes, when the status changes, when our status change, by the way, that is, we keep on changing. Our humanity ends when we get big titles and positions. You tend to forget completely those people whom you were living with, in the locality around there. You forget completely those guys whom you were sharing, stories, encouraging one another that when we grow up, when we come to this level, we shall do this and that. We are going to discuss this and that. But this time round, the human being has just changed. We keep on changing when we get titles. Only a few will remember what life was before and who was always there for them. Very few remember. And in fact, in 100 out of 10, maybe one will remember. But most of us, once we get the titles, once we get these positions, we don't get time to go down there. But somebody is giving me a message here and tells me, now look here, if I was with you down there and now I am in this level, I'm driving now, I'm in a different position. What is the point of I again leaving my car and come, walk around with you around there? No, I think my level is different. No, this is not what we are saying. What I'm saying here is try to, as much as you can, to ensure that you are not changing your status. Rather, your status should not change your well-being. You have to maintain your personality. Yeah? Your parents will sell all everything, everything to educate us. Our parents do that. The society, when we are called for fundraising around there, People come donate a lot of money for us to go to the universities, for us to further into our studies. But again, once we have reached that level, we are employed, we are these people, you are a CS in the government, you are a minister, you are this person, you forget completely about where you came from. This is a testimony, this is a challenge that most of us need to work on. This is a challenge that most of us need to ensure that we are not getting drunk, we are not carried away by what we think is us, is good for us. It is better, it is better for us to be simple and continue working for that. This is Paul, and that is my take today.